come to Jamaica, the island of real bad man. Some real dog at you, some real gang bang. No run for the fair, they not garbage pan. Step up! These are the moments when everybody gun loaded. We not instigate violence, but we believe in the self-defense no matter what. These are the moments when every gangster gun loaded. We not instigate violence. In Jamaica's relentless war and crime, the worst criminals end up on the True Island Stories platform. These are their stories. Welcome to True Island Stories. Well, this is a notice. You know, I had posted this video that you're gonna listen, part 2 of the Claudia Hubbard story, and set it for premiere 8 a.m. this morning. And when I woke up, get an email, I've been blocked. You know, they blocked the video. You know, and I understand. You know, it's okay, but it's just sad because now I had to re-edit it, hoping they don't block it, take out, you know, a vital part, the MacGuffin of the video. You know what I mean? The MacGuffin of this video. I had to remove it, and that take out half of the essence of the story. You know what I mean? And it's sad because honestly, the original video is on BT, you know, Trap Queens. And I honestly think I did a better job than Little Kim, who narrated the video. And I wasn't even on my A game. Like, okay, if they were paying me to do it, believe me, they would have get a different. But even so still, but that's not the point. The reason why I did this video is to tell her story, because I saw the remorse, you know what I mean, at the end of the video when she went to meet her son. That's the video I had to take out, but I'll put it on my Patreon. You know, when she gonna meet her son and him live on the sidewalk grown, you know what I mean, and it's just so touching. You know, she miss out on him life, him entire life, most time adulthood, in teenage years, because she did a 20-year bid. So that's what I wanted to illustrate to younger minds, younger impressionable minds, that look, if you walk down this road that Claudia walked down, you know, that's why she told her story, you know, tell of the strength of her daughter, the belief, the fight. You know, her daughter never leave her side, the love for her mother, and Claudia, whose love for her kids kept her going on her renaissance when she was in prison, as you'll hear in the story, when she started watching programs of how crack and narcotics do to other people, because I guess she never get a first-hand look, or she saw but just chose to ignore because the money was sweeter, you know. And I would choose to lean on the latter. The money was sweeter, so she chose to ignore it. But when she faced now to confront the residue of her actions, then it hit a note in her and changed her, you know. So just listen to the story and share it if you can, please. And if you want to say the clippings that I take out, it's gonna be on my Patreon, alright? I didn't want to put it on Instagram and things, so that part is very, very, very touching. Alright, listen, and I hope they don't block it, because if they do, well, I just have to put it on my Patreon. But I try with my YouTubers, because I want everybody to watch it. And the next thing, I'm gonna put the video of Carlene's sister Pinky. You know, she has cancer, and I'm sure most of you saw the video with her, you know what I mean. And I'm gonna put the link in the description, you know, with Beanie Man, you know, trying to raise money through Real Helping Hands. So I think I'm doing a stellar job in our community. And please, if you have $1, anything, it add up, you know, because she have to do surgery. And we know Pinky, a Carlene's sister, she's sick out, and, you know, she need help. So anything you can do, me go try and make sure my pass on a thing, you see me. And me go tell you in the next video, a thing will reach me. I tell you, sometimes the kindness, it'll bite me, people. What me gonna tell you? Right, as well, we tell you for a little before the video. Just give me a little time, because I take the video, so I have to just turn it around, yeah, man. Alright, you see, last year, when people send me money, like through PayPal and Cash App, and me give people money, I'm gonna take money for myself. I'm gonna take nothing, you know. I'm gonna take no percentage. I made a mistake, because wife tell me, say, go careful, because, you know, Biden bringing the tax now. They don't know, say, the amount of money when me collect, when me look in my Cash App alone, you know, a $4,000 me owe Uncle Sam, you know. And I'm me alone, I forgot to pay that, you know. I told him I eat fine, you know. And my wife won't hand me, you know. I mean, never talk about PayPal yet, you know. And like a money me get for myself and the people. So the tax way Biden bring in power we catch we have guard in the people, so careful when you're not using the cash up in a car. Anything over $600 you have to pay tax on it. And if you live in a state where you have to pay federal and state at 30% that you know. Chacha. I saw it go still. Who will help me when me help others? Alright, sir. But listen story. The True Island Stories. This is the Claudia Hubbard story, the top Jamaican narco queen who mash it up in Dallas, Texas to Florida. Now if you miss part 1, I implore you to go and check it out, where Claudia was arrested, you know, and went to jail for it, but apparently never learned her lesson. You know, and things you can outmaneuver the system. You know, that type of female with that bullish mentality at the time. And, you know, more you stay tuned because she told her story to warn others who have intention for coming at the game. Trust me, the type of hurt and pain with that it eventually cost her. You know, if she could have redo everything, she would never ever walk down this road. So I'm just here regurgitating her story. Alright? So this is continuation of part 2. Now, after someone from her clique got pinched, you know, obviously he began squealing because, you know, nobody not carry nobody bag for nobody. Everybody tough, you know, yeah, until you get smacked dead in the mouth, boof, then you turn wussy, you understand me? So him start squeal and ting. No, they could not believe, the cops could not believe that someone could set up such a top tier organization in their little town of Love was set up that was a flesh-eating bacteria had invaded their space and was eating them from the inside out. So the cops began setting up surveillance on Claudia and her team, you know, her boyfriend at the time named Ralston, and their operation. So from Dallas to Florida with the aid of Dallas cops. And remember, they had already had Claudia in their system for an arrest, you know. And the thing was, Claudia never thought it necessary to apply for citizenship. That was a mistake she made and would eventually live to regret it. But back then, the law wasn't in where if you had a green card and not have your citizenship, if you did anything felonious, they would deport you because of that. No, you know, I think is who bringing that? Bill Clinton or one of them president bringing that? I'm not sure, but you can put it in the comment section. But anyway, that was Claudia's mistake. She was comfortable on her green card and, you know, feel like foreign affair once, and she can do whatever she want. Her boyfriend, Ralston, was much wiser than Claudia, and he had gotten his citizenship, and you'll eventually find out how that play out. We'll get to that soon. Now, sometimes when you're doing something wrong and you keep getting away with it, then you think you're invincible. Okay. The signs were clear and obvious that they were being watched. Yes, they occasionally saw the helicopters hovering above their looks, and she and her boyfriend would laugh at it, you know, laugh it off as nothing, you know what I mean? And them stop talk on them phone, them cell phone, and them stop communicate on them phone, you know what I mean, as much because they knew they were being surveyed. Sometimes them would look outside and see all the police car, you know, but as we say, when you're doing something so long, you think you're invincible, you know what I mean? But as we say, you only need to get it wrong once. You have to get it right all the time. The one time you get it wrong, well, so, you know, they must say the helicopter a circle them, you know, and Claudia was a Ralston. You know, so the fool them a circle like Jankro, but them not get no dead meat today. I fool them there. And Ralston I say, I fool them there, mama. You know, so we think global. Yo, mama broke down them two like the film when they done. Go send them out on the corner. One thing Claudia was, she was an excellent chef. Yes, she knew how to whip up the Bogota bouillon and turn 1 in a 1.5. Yes, she had that skill set, and they were caking it up. Soon as they got in work from Dallas, they had to spin around and make another trip to buy more food. But little did they know, all their trips were being closely monitored by the feds. They had ear surveillance. Even one time, you know, the cops dressed as exterminators and came to her house and surveyed everything, but they never see anything. Claudia was smart, she not keep no food with them, them no shit with them eat. You understand? And the cops got wiretap on their phone in 1992. Remember, she have a big network, so them call it Operation Dominion. So remember, Claudia did get locked up first in Dallas. She got a slap on the wrist and get time served. It was a nightmare for the cops because guess what? While they were doing the wiretaps, they couldn't understand the patois. But that was easily solved because them hire Jamaican. Boop, that take care of that. Now they were deep in and getting more and more information on Claudia and Ralston network. Claudia used to fly to Dallas twice a week. Her boyfriend named Ralston, them live in a Cocoa Beach and I live it up. And it was on Ralston's birthday at 10 a.m. Boom! They do a kick down. DEA, IRS, Feds, US Marshal and Immigration. When I say DEA 1, IRS 2, Feds 3, US Marshal 4, and Immigration 5. Everybody come one time and guess what? Them arrest them, find work in there, arrest them too. Her daughter was in school and social services got pick her up now. That are the hard part, Remember, everything happened in a blink of an eye. And the operation was from Florida all the way to Dallas and them attack, Feds work, Yes, so them attack everybody one time. So, have just like when them do BMF, just like when them do a RICO case, them attack everybody one time. So nobody can get the time to get to it. Yeah. The ops was in Brevard County in Florida. Now them pick up our daughter. Remember our daughter lived a good life, I say from there, so, she end up orphanage. Just like that, our world turned upside down. Everyone in the crew got locked up. Claudia was 37 years old at the time. Her feds decided to use her kids as leverage for her to snitch. So she decided to do it. And then she asked them, look here, officer, if me tell, me go let me go today? And they said, no, hell no. And she said, F you. Yeah, I went to trial. Wrong move rally. Them lock her up for possession of cocoa and gun. Claudia got 35 years. Ralston got life in prison without parole. That's how serious them is down at them the place, the brother. Go down there so with the foolishness. Yeah, her daughter went to a foster home and Claudette went to FCI Mariana prison in Florida to serve her time. She couldn't deal with it when she go in there, man. It's like she has suffocated a bear fight. Every minute she and people kick off in there. Jamaican and a bad she bad and them go test your gangster. Now she went from up here so to down here so in no time. And by the time you quint, all money in your mouth now, everybody was everybody. But one thing though, she never snitched on Ralston. You understand? And Ralston never snitched on her. Them stand up 10 toes deep. You see me? Like G in the business. Yeah man, she fight every day. It was like nightmare, she say. Hell on earth. Then after a while, she start go to programs in the prison. And now, them time she start realize how crack destroy people. And Claudia, it was then she became very remorseful when she realized how deep of a role she played in destroying her community, because she and her boyfriend came to Cocoa Beach, which was a paradise, and turned that paradise into a dark oasis filled with misery and dread. And Claudia eventually repented in jail, and she and her daughter started writing each other's 20 pages at a time, Every day should I write her daughter and her daughter write her and send her back. And that kind of ease her mind, If you hear nothing in the background or somebody do something over this, and, I not have another time to tell it, so hope you can know. Her son had shown a lot of promises when he was young, but lacked proper parental. All day, man, I choose to cut him lantern, me do my thing, man. God almighty, you see me tell him, chum that set like rain, You thinking, man, over this for me? I may tell you, man. I'm not looking about anyway. Her son was shown so much promise, but was lacking proper parental structure and guidance. He eventually turned to narco. The same thing where his mother put out there. They grab her son. This is a God no love ugly. Yeah, he turned to drugs for solace and companionship. And now look at this clip. This is a reunion clip. This is what he now looks like. And when I saw this, I really choked up because of her actions. This is, what became of her son. So I hope you watch this, and realize that sometimes when you involve yourself in illicit drug activities while convincing yourself, okay, I'm doing it for my kids so they don't have to suffer like I did while I was growing up. And I get it, you feel responsibility to be the man, the boss, who should be providing for your family and friends. But in hindsight, you're only creating a bridge to distance yourself from them. We all know what they say about hindsight. It's 2020. Her decision to be delusional about her own self-interest while using her kids as monetary benefactors would eventually tear her up inside out, Claudia's life was riddled with regret. But in 2012, she got a reduced sentence after 19 years and 8 months in a feds, almost 20 years. So that at 20 years out her kids them life she miss, She missed graduation, she missed 16th birthday, she missed you name it. Them first, you name it. She can't get it back. Ralston was also commuted and he was eventually freed and went home because guess what? He was an American. Now Claudia was fretting. She sweat like a block of ice because she wasn't a citizen. And yes, let me tell you, this away it come on her back now because rules had changed, laws had changed, and to her it was worse than her sentence because at least when she died prison, her daughter can come visit her, and her worst nightmare came true when ICE come for her and she was placed on the order to be deported list. And just as the great Abe Lincoln said to an aide in the Civil War of North versus South, Union versus Confederate, with the soldiers in his army dropping like flies, he turned to his aide and said, "If there's a worse place than hell, then I am in it." And those were synonymous sentiments shared by Claudia. But never underestimate the love of a child for her mother because her daughter grew up to be a wonderful woman who fought tooth and nails to help her mother to freedom. She dedicated her entire being to it, and I must say, hey daughter, you my friend are a real life superhero. And any man get your hand in marriage, trust me, he snagged himself a winner. Unless there are underlying mitigating circumstances not conducive to being a good wife. But that's in the interim. Yeah? That's either here nor there in the grand schematics of the concerned aesthetics. Good sir. Good sir. Her lawyer, Ali Cooper, took up the case, Claudia's case, after they wanted to deport her immigration case and called it convention of torture because she was bi and her friend died in Jamaica and she was abused as a kid. So they kind of used that to seek asylum in America. Now in 2014, after 3 years in ICE, the judge ruled in Claudia's favor. God is great. Yeah, she got a $7,500 bond and her daughter posted her story on a GoFundMe Monday and Friday. She get close to the money. She get actually $6,900. In August of 2014, she was freed at the age of 57. So she going when she had 37 and she come out back when she had 57. Claudia now works Lyft job from 8 in the morning to 8 in the evening. They haven't given her a green card back so she can't travel and she still faces the threat of deportation. Her son lives on the street now, strung out on drugs in West Hollywood, Florida. Remember when I told you how she never filed for citizenship? Well, this is where it continues to haunt her. And also remember earlier in the story when I told you her sexual preferences would serve as both a blessing and a curse. Well, her abuse in Jamaica, because of that, that's her only saving grace that keeping her in America. And I would assume from being here in America so long, she hasn't reinvested a penny back home in Jamaica. And that's just my hypothesis, But I would lean more so than not. She has no one close in Jamaica. She has nothing of value in Jamaica, and with her lifestyle, well, who knows? But luckily for her, things and time have changed drastically. And since then, well, women on women, thanks to Vibes Cartel and Shensia, seen more, taken more lightly. In 2021, guess what? The federal judge ordered her to be deported back to Jamaica. Her lawyer filed a motion against it and the fight continued. Now it's 2023. I don't really have an update on her case. If anybody can find out and let me know, I'll surely tell you guys, but I don't know if she get deported. I hope, for her kids' sake, the people who fight for her, she get a chance to stay in America because she pay her dues to society, you know what I mean? And she repent and she dedicate her life now and teach other people, you know what I mean? Don't go down the road where she go down. And we need people with the real experience because they are more believable to others, you know what I mean? So look at me, live it, so don't go down the road there. I hope you enjoy this 2-part series and share this story with a friend, you know what I mean, and thing. And anyway there, Claudia, Hubbard, big up yourself, we are going road for your same way. Bless up your family, alright? Walk good, stay out of trouble. Like, share, and subscribe. Remember, Little Black story I come up, Shabba story and Tanta, and many more, alright? Walk good, stay out of trouble. But if you choose to pick up the gun or the knife, then there's a chance you might end up in Island Stories. What? Well, you choose I am Joy.
Pepper, you know the real G thing, huh? How I grow up, sometime the road tough side slow. Real patriots never buck, never fall. How they get to run, that's why. Back from the boy, we not do that. Boy, who no can't kill with joy, who no boy. Who from your soul don't know what wrong boy. Yo, and a man bust a shot him off a pack up and board. Pointed pon him head back and board. Pop off him strap on him friend him for door. None of that, no assumption. I saw the ground run. Power, married to corruption. Criminal, bred from limited options. 10 generation. I see the said someone wanted man will live long. Name one. Things forever buried with no done. Name one. And good honest politician. Name one. And get a youth resilient. Back from the boy who no do that. Boy, who no can't tell with joy. Who no boy. Who from your soul don't know what wrong boy. Yo, a man better boy. And a man bust a shot him off a back up and boy. Pointed on him head back and boy. Pop off him strap on him friend him for door. None of that, you a man better. Things risky, for the misfit. Death rate fit the logistic. Chris, I want the biscuit. Be a tough crackers with the whiskey. You're not listening. Crime live here, so it's not visiting. Visitors, careful, you know what the business is. Murder, plunder, pillaging, bloodshed in all the villages. You name it, you will live in it. Death reach a door, special delivery. Nightmare, tormented images. Vengeance, bloody cycle continuing, but know you seek that, but it's no revenge. Looking at the mirror, there is no different. Man, we full of, hey, and we know we trends back from the boy, who no do that. Who no can't tell with joy, who no boy. Who from your soul don't know what wrong boy. Yup, now a man better. Any man bust no shot him off a back up and boy. Pointed on him head back and boy. Pop off him strap on him friend him for door. None of that, now a man better. No assumption, I saw the ground run. Power, married to corruption. Criminal, bred from limited options. 10 generation, passing the said someone wanted man will live long. Name one, himself a lot with no name one. One honest politician, name one who. And get a youth resilient. Back from the boy who no do that. Can't kill with joy on the back. Who from your soul don't know what wrong boy. Yo, a man better boy. Any man bust a shot him off a back up and boy. Pointed on him head back and boy. Pop off him strap on him friend him do it. But none of that or that. Yo, you know the thing going on, suck a seat up a beat, you know. Hey man, take your time man. Boy, man. To them pepper.